Yeah, hi everybody. Dean Laprini, just sending solstice salutations to you all, whether you be in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. Here in South Africa, we've had some absolutely amazing days, and we certainly ushered in the summer solstice with a beautiful group of people up in Ascension Cave. We were probably about 45 people or a little bit more, gathered with people from all around the world, just to celebrate this special day, the Day of Great Light down here in the Southern Hemisphere, and to honor the abundance of nature and the resources available at this time of the year. All the fruits are ripening, all the seeds are ripening, and there's plenty of food for everyone, and many hours and warmth in the day to gather this bounty from Mother Nature. So definitely a time where the fish are jumping and the cotton is high, and we were able to share our uh, collective prayers and intentions for humanity and for the planet going forward into this next cycle. So just wanted to send much love and gratitude to you all, especially to all of you who have supported my work and the foundation, Sacred Sites Foundation, over the many years. And I trust that we are all collectively going to usher in something beautiful and co-create something beautiful in this following year coming, collectively. So it's very important for us to realize and remember that change is upon us and all around us and deep inside of us. So it really is up to us as the individuals and the collective individuals of individuals to usher in the change that we want for ourselves and for humanity and for the planet. So the theme of this little Zoom chat at this time is to remember what it is to be human. And what is that? Ultimately, what does that mean? And for me, who has been involved with researching sacred sites, gleaming insights to how our early ancestors existed and lived their lives, and what it meant for them to be human, like you, man, like, who are you? And what is it to be you, man, to be a human here in God's creation? So whenever I get any form of disillusionment, I always go back to the earliest possible insights that are gleamed from spending time in the ancient sacred caves of the early peoples here in Southern Africa. Southern Africa holds some great insight to the collective spirit of our humanity, and insights to how we lived our lives physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So when we look at the ancient peoples, the early race and the early ancestors of our San Kham Bushman peoples, we get an insight, we get an opportunity to glimpse into what their their lives were like and how they lived their lives. So for me, it was definitely about being a part of nature and understanding ourselves to be children of the creator, creation, um, along with all the other children of creation, creator. And that includes the animals, the plants, the sacred waters, the great earth mother herself, all of her folds, and all the elemental energies that are a part of our creation and that which gives birth to creation here on our Mother Earth. So whether you believe in reincarnation or not, we are all born as children of creation or children of God, however you would like to understand that. And essentially, the early race, the early peoples, they were very, very close to nature and to creation. In fact, some of the early myths and legends speak about them being animal people and star people, and that the animals and the people lived together and spoke together in these ancient times. So fundamentally, what does it mean to be human, to be you, man, or you, woman? It's essentially to be part of a family, a small clan, one or two families living together, grandmothers, grandfathers, the elders, the mothers, the fathers, the young adults, the teenagers, the youngsters, and the babies, all living together as a family. These families were, for the most part, nomadic. They lived and traveled across the land, just as the animals did, and they followed the ebbing and flowing of the sacred seasons. They knew which parts of the land that they navigated through would have certain resources, food-wise and shelter-wise and water-wise and medicine plant-wise, and they would travel according to that. And to their guidance, they would turn to the shamans of the time, those who have left their rock engravings and their paintings for us to get some glimpse into their interconnectedness with the collective spirit of nature and creation. And these shamans would communicate with the Great Spirit and journey to the past and future in order to bring back whatever guidance is required and whatever healing may be required for the family. And to keep the spiritual integrity and strength of the family alive was critical. So the living in the home cave together, people would come back every day. They would go out and hunt and gather collectively their food for the day. The elders would hang back and look after the little ones that were too young to go out and gather. And then everyone would come back at the end of the day at that beautiful gloaming sunset hour, when everything became quite magical and beautiful, and they would gather in the cave, and the home fire would be burning, and a meal would be in preparation, and the stories of the day would be told, and the stories of old would be told, and there would be some song and some dance, some clapping, and this collectively is what kept us human and the spirit of humanity alive and strong. And each individual in the family was respected for who they were as individuals, the gifts that they brought in and were ushered in with in this lifetime, and their uniqueness was honored and respected within the family. So we had the great storyteller, we had the great hunter, we had the great medicine woman or man, we had the great shaman, we had the great joker, the one who could make everyone laugh. And everyone was recognized for who they were at a very, very young age, because they were not forced to become something they were not. They were seen for who they were, and were encouraged to become who they were in their humanity. So, and everyone was necessary. It was the power of the great collective family energy, each individual bringing their own unique gifts and being who they were at that time, that collectively helped the family to keep its spiritual integrity strong. When the spirit is strong, when the family's spirit is strong, and the individuals within the family spirit is strong, and they feel good for being who they are in the family, and respected for who they are in the family, the collective physical and emotional and spiritual strength of that family, that clan, is strong. And that strength is what was needed in order for them to endure whatever hardships may come their way, whether that be some diseases or some elemental hardships like floods or tremendous heat or fires, whatever came their way, they were prepared daily, because the spirit of the family was renewed daily. So everyone was feeling in their power and strong inwardly, and were able to face whatever the next day or the next moment brought, whatever the greater collective of creation brought their way. And there was, that is essentially what it meant for us to be human, to live closely to nature, to each other, to honor each other, and to honor all nature and all life, and all cycles of life and nature were a part of who we were. And we honored the ebb and flow of nature, and we could read and listen to the stories that nature was telling us. We could read and listen to the stories of nature that were guiding us and telling us that harm was coming our way, or we should go this way, that there will be more water and more food in that direction. So our ability to be connected to the great collective spirit of nature was inherent in our human beingness. We did not own anything. The land was never owned. The sense of ownership was not a part of our original human beingness. We were not warring, tribal. We were not destructive, unnecessarily destructive. We did not kill just for the sake of killing. We were very aware of the spirit and the soul of all creatures in nature. And if we were hungry, we would say our collective prayer or intent and ask the spirit of that animal to offer itself to us, the family, so that we could be sustained. And we could speak to the stars and ask for guidance for the future. We could smell the wind and know which direction through the point of our nose we need to go, or where there was food or water. These are all parts of our human beingness that are fast getting lost in the greater noise of the creation that we are have very much been a part of. The very unnatural sounds and vibrations that we've ushered into our lives, which are and have been making many of us sick. So understanding what it means to be human is, I believe, where we are all at right now. And when 2020 and the COVID crapshoot came in, I was very clear that this was a huge spiritual opportunity, a quantum leap into the unified field is what I had put out on my first insight to that back in April 2020, the beginning of April 2020. So I've always had a sense that this time is the time of the great remembering, and essentially remembering what it is to be human and what it is to be a part of the unified field, the great interconnectedness of all things. We are all part of the universal choir, and we are, as we awaken these long lost memories of who we are and what it is to be human, this is our journey right now. And as we become more whole and we bring these pieces of ourselves back together again, we are going to be much stronger, way more connected, both inwardly and outwardly, to the Great Spirit that we are all born of. So essentially, that's what it means to be human. A family, a part of a family that has love and respect for all nature and for all life. Nurturing, caring, loving. Not warring, not greed and ownership or dictatorship of any shape or form. Loving, nurturing, caring, respecting. These are fundamental aspects that enshrine our human beingness, what it is to be human being, in my personal, humble opinion. So I'm looking forward to this next turn around the sun, as more and more of us become aware that the truth lies within us. We are all part of the Great Spirit's creation, and will always have a thread that weaves us back to source, and we have connection, and all knowledge and all wisdom and all answers lie through that golden thread that links us all to the Great Spirit. of all creation. We do not have to look much further than ourselves, as long as we can be quiet and reconnect to this great spirit of nature that surrounds and enshrines us. So I'm very excited for next year. One of the places, one of the journeys that are upcoming is the equinox activation journey. And I just wanted to send out this invite. We have 5 places left on this journey, and I'm just going to show you what that is going to look like. And I hope I have this for all of you to see. I'm going to go back, and here you can see this is the beginning of the journey. Here we are, and this is going to happen in March. It's designed to weave into the equinox energies of March. And we are going to start up in Johannesburg. And I have run this journey once before, and it was absolutely awesome. This journey has a few little adjustments to it. But of course, great adjustments. So we're going to start off connecting with the Great Drakensberg and God's window, looking out over the sacred White Lion territory, the Timbavati area, and we will be going there for our first night. We're going to be enshrined in this energy of the overlooking the great Timbavati, God's window, an incredible place at the head of the Dragon Mountains, and also connected to the Nilotic Meridian, that is a very, very powerful ley energy line that connects the Great Pyramids of Egypt down through the Great Zimbabwe to Adam's Calendar and down into Natal. And we are going to spend time here in the Drakensberg area. We're going to connect with the Timbavati and the energies of the White Lions, the Spirit Lions, and what they have to say at this particular time. And we are going to be traveling spending a night in the Kruger National Park, so that we can also connect with the animals there. We are going to go to one of the animal rehabilitation centers there as well, and just say our prayers for the animals of Africa that are very much in need of loving support, as their territory is slowly getting smaller and smaller. So we are heading down after the connection with the animals of Kruger National Park. We are actually going to Adam's Calendar, and Adam's Calendar this is some images of our last trip with the Kruger National Park that we're going to be going to, and the White Lions. And here we're going to be going to our full moon around the equinox time at Adam's Calendar. So this is going to be exciting. For those of you who haven't been to Adam's Calendar, it's an absolutely awesome position in the landscape. It lends itself to these horizon calendars that honor the turning of the sun, and especially the equinox, of course. So we'll be coming back in from the Kruger Park. We'll be going for a sunset and a moonrise, And if all goes well, we will spend the night nearby at Kaapse Hoop, and then we will get up and we'll go and do a sunrise at Adam's Calendar as well. So we'll have both a sunrise, a sunset, and a sunrise equinox connection at Adam's Calendar. And once we've finished our intention setting and seeding ceremony at Adam's Calendar, we will fly down to Durban, where we will connect with the ocean and the Nilotic Meridian again, where we will jump in the sea, jump in the ocean, and have an ocean ceremony, light ocean ceremony together at sunset down on the beach. And the next morning, we take off for the Monte Source, the highest point in the Drakensberg Mountains, a massive 5-kilometer sort of amphitheater with the highest point that is the source of the Tugela, the great rivers of the Tugela and the Orange River, and some other smaller rivers too. So this truly is a life source energy of South Africa, Southern Africa. These rivers are born from the Monte Source, and in the east side of Africa, on the highest point of the Drakensberg Mountains, and then they travel across the landscape all the way across into the far west of Namibia, where they then flow out into the ocean. So these rivers traverse right across southern Africa, and along the way they nurture and feed just incredible amounts of animals and plants along the way, and people. So the Monte Source is phenomenal. It is an incredible place. We will hike. It's about a 5-kilometer, 6-kilometer walk. It's not as much uphill, but we do traverse around, and we enter into the womb energy of this. And you can see this, the image here of the people that I was with, beautiful group of people. And it's like you're just getting completely blessed and cleansed by this incredibly clean, natural waters flowing from this mountain. The waters you can drink straight there, just like that. And to be swimming in it is just incredibly refreshing, re-energizing, and just washes away all that which is no longer serving you. So we will be having enough time individually to just connect with these sacred waters and do a water rebirthing kind of ceremony as well there in these womb-like waters and rocks that we find there in the amazing Royal Natal National Park, where we'll be staying in these huts. It's absolutely incredibly beautiful. So we will spend 2 nights there, immersed in the incredible energy of the Monte Source, which is the highest waterfall in Africa, and the second highest to Angel Falls in Venezuela. So we'll just be like fully immersed in the energy of that Monte Source, the source of these sacred waters that traverse the land. We're going to then drive across the land to Driekops, to Kimberley, to the rock engravings in Driekops Eiland, which is one of the most incredible shamanic rock petroglyph sites in southern Africa. It has thousands of these incredible, well, people say there's about 2,000 of these amazing shamanic petroglyphs that are on the back of a probably 100, 200 meter long glacial bed that is black and actually has a curvature like a snake. So this whole snake is adorned with these incredible rock engravings, and I have been shown by spirit how the ancient peoples actually worked with these rock petroglyphs in the form of a rain ceremonial, in a rain making ceremony. So I will share some of those insights with all of us, and we will definitely spend some time in ceremony and ritual down here on these ancient shamanic petroglyphs of the Driekops Eiland. There is nowhere else like it in Southern Africa. It is definitely one of the best kept secrets of the ancient shamans of Southern Africa, the early race. So we will spend time there. We will also go to the Bushman's Hut, the Bushman's Hole, which is known as literally the womb of the Earth Mother. And this is the deepest inland water source. It actually looks like a vagina. And the last Bushman family was apparently said to have been hunted down and chased to the edge of the womb, and then before being shot, the husband turned and told his pursuers that you will not kill us, we will return back to our mother. And him and his wife and child jumped to their death back into the womb of the Earth Mother. And even though this is a story, it is very, very close to the truth. Many of these early Bushmen people were literally hunted as sport by some of the early settlers. So this is a very sacred womb. It is the deepest inland water source in Southern Africa. So literally it is the womb of the Earth Mother, and we will go very, very gently down, following specific protocols, and connect with these sacred waters of the womb of the Earth Mother. And nearby there is also one of the caves where some of the earliest records of humans using fire are found, and that is the Wonderberg Hut, which is very close to the womb. So we will be going there, and they say that this has very close to 1 million years of human habitation, early Stone Age, Middle Stone Age, Late Stone Age, one of the most powerful and special sacred caves within South Africa, which sadly has been very, very desecrated by archaeologists. They have dug practically the whole cave up, with very little left for room for people to actually just be in the energy and the spirit of that place. So we will also visit that sacred cave, and we will also visit the community of Platfontein. Yeah, you can see I'm sitting with one of the dancers, standing with one of the dancers here from the Platfontein community. And of course, this community was pretty much left behind by the De Beers, who, capitalized on the diamonds, the resources of our land. They came in, they enslaved people to work for them. And once the diamonds were up, they were left there in Platfontein, now just trying to eke out a living. So we will bring whatever it is that we can to support and to donate to these people. Anyone that wants to offer towards this can also do so. Essentially, we would be looking at taking resources, one for growing food, and two for them to continue their craft work, like the bead work. So different threads and beads would be welcome gifts as well as a few secondhand clothes that we can offer them as well. So these are things that we'll be doing whilst we are on this leg of the journey in and around Kimberley. And then we're going to take off for Bushman's Kloof Valley, the sacred Bushman's Kloof Valley in the Cedarburg Mountains. We used to catch the train, but these are unreliable unless it comes back. We will be either driving or flying closer to Cape Town in order to go to the Bushman's Kloof Valley and connect with the great elephants of that time. There's two amazing, massive yellow elephant paintings that we'll be connecting with. We'll be taking a sunset walk to connect with the rock paintings and to see the archaeoastronomy, how I believe some of these paintings are aligned to the sun, the moon, and the stars. And we will spend 2 nights here. So we'll have a whole 2 days to engage with this place, and also the Brandewyn River that flows through there, which was so much a part of the attraction from the physical side, where people could come and spend time and imbibe in the sacred waters, and of course all the animals that were following this path. So this was an ancient migration path of the animals, the elephants and so on, way back then. So the shamans here left paintings that showed their ability to move between these different epochs of time. So we will be looking into that energetically and shamanically as well, and put also some of these shamanic practices into use for ourselves. Then we head back to Cape Town to Paarl Mountain, and this is the Tortoise Mountain, and it's I call it the Sacred Hippo Fertility Cave and the Seed of Light. And here we see this incredible hippo, megalithic hippo that we'll be connecting with, and the Seed of Light will also be there. We will spend time connecting with the spirit of the ancient ones that were here. This is essentially a fertility ritual site, possibly one of the best earth temples in South Africa, and I look forward to sharing a lot more of this site in greater detail. I am busy with a research paper called Origins of Human Spirituality, which will also become a new book soon. So we will be spending a night in the Paarl area and connecting with this sacred site of Tortoise Mountain, Paarl Mountain. And then we head to Table Mountain, the Table Mountain goddess. Here you can see this is an upward gazing human profile with little lion's head becoming the breast. So it's kind of appears to be androgynous, a bit of male and female. And of course, this is just a water trough that's reflecting this image. But very interesting because here you see this giant being looking up into the sky, and that is Table Mountain. And there is a legend about Umlindi Vemingezimu, which means that the stone giant, the watcher of the south, that actually Table Mountain is a stone giant that was created by Umata, God, and the one-eyed earth goddess Chobela, and was a guardian and protector of the land. So we'll be spending time in this third eye of the Table Mountain goddess to connect with the spirit of the mountain. And then the next day we are off to Ascension Cave, and Ascension Cave and the Pyramid and All-Seeing Eye Rock. Yeah, you see them both. This is Ascension Cave, which essentially is a tunnel, a crystal tunnel. It's quartzitic sandstone that has been metamorphosed. So you are literally inside a massive quartz crystal, a tunnel 27 feet wide and about probably 30 to 40 meters long. It traverses right through the mountain. So one can actually be immersed in the crystal song of this tunnel, which mimics the sacred feminine birthing canal. So we will be literally enshrined in this sacred crystalline birth canal of the Earth Mother that aligns to the summer solstice sunset that we have just experienced. And then we will also visit the pyramid with the all-seeing eye rock you see over here, which is also aligned to the summer solstice, but also to the midday sun. So we will be doing a connection with this pyramid rock, which is essentially also crystal. It's the same crystalline matrix made of quartzitic sandstone. In other words, a crystal transceptor. It's like a pyramid shooting up at 45 degrees into the midheaven, almost perfectly due north, in communication with the stars above. So it both basically sends off signal from the Earth Mother up, and of course receives signal from the stars back again down to Earth, as we are transceptors. So it's a tool that helps us to remember that we are in continual communication, both sending off hopefully good vibrations and receiving the collective song universal choir that sings around us. So and connects us also to the stars above. We will also be going down to Cape Point, and we'll be sort of finishing off our journey here. These two places, one is the Cape of Good Hope, the tip of Africa, like a giant tuning fork. Will be going down to the root chakra of the peninsula and doing some meditation there. We'll also be visiting the Great Mother Stone, seen here, which is on the western edge of the peninsula, on the bones of the earth, the granite bones of the earth. So the granite is also crystallized igneous rock made of quartzite, silica, mica, quartz, and of course all the ingredients of your transistor radios. So the ancient ones knew the granite to be the bones of the earth, and of course through which the earth song lines travel. So we will spend time here with the Great Mother Stone and hearing what she has to say. So just looking forward to running this journey again, and I wanted to share. There will be other things obviously along the way. All these journeys are extremely organic as well. We have a set itinerary, but as all of you who have been on journeys with me before will know, that a lot of the magic happens along the way. In other words, it's not always the destination, but the spaces in between where some tremendous sharing happens within the group as well. So this group is going to be limited to 11 other people joining. So we will be 12, possibly 13 at the most, with myself, Dean Laprini, and Tom Gingerich, who is an amazing man who has been on a number of journeys with me and is full of energy, and will be teaching a lot of meditation techniques and breath work, especially, that we'll be doing along the way. So the journey will be filled, and it's a co-creative one. Everyone on the journey is encouraged to bring their own medicine, their own gifts with them. We recognize you for who you are as a human and your gift that you bring, and would love for you to be able to share your medicine, your spirit, your gift, your light song with us as well. So it will be most definitely organic and a co-creative experience that I know will be loved by all. So if you want to be part of that journey, please feel free to contact me directly. There are 5 places left, maybe 6. So this is going to happen in March the 17th through to, I think it is April the 3rd. So it's coming up. Please go onto my website, www.deanlaprini.com, and see that next journey coming up. It's the Equinox Activation Journey in March. And if you're interested, you need to sign up and put your name on the list and send me a WhatsApp or an email, and we'll take it from there. So wishing you all an absolutely awesome 2023. May it be filled with much love, joy, and hope. And be sure to hold clear in your heart what it is that how you would see yourself going forward, what it is that you would like to co-create for yourself and for the great collective of humanity and our planet. Let us be a part of these winds of change that are fast coming our way. So much love and blessings to you all. We'll stay in touch.